Hello there, my name's Richard from Silent Peak and welcome to this GenErase review, an application that takes a photo like this and turns it into something more like this. Let's begin. Now then, for those of you unaware, GenErase is an AI-powered erase tool. And what we do is we take our brush away any unwanted element of our photograph, and GenErase, using artificial intelligence, will try and reconstruct the background behind it, making it appear like the subject that you erased was never ever there at all. Sounds promising, but does it work? Let's have a look.
So here we have our picture of a fur seal. We're going to click on the green GenErase AI button and we're going to apply our mask. Now, in terms of controls, it's all very straightforward. We can adjust the size of our brush from small to large, and we can also toggle the brush from applying a mask to removing the mask, just in case that you make a mistake. Now, I have noted with GenErase that it's very important that you apply your mask with a reasonable amount of precision, but because you guys don't want to watch me do that, I'm going to fast forward things a little bit so we can move along. Now we're going to hit the erase button.
Now, each time you use GenErase, you will have to wait between 30 or 40 seconds for the changes to apply. For reference, I'm using a Ryzen 9 12-core processor, 32 gigs of RAM, an AMD RX 7800 XT graphics card, and entirely solid-state memory. In other words, my computer is faster than average.
And here is our end result, and as we can see, our fur seal has been replaced by a boulder. Now, this is the result that perhaps I wasn't expecting. Nevertheless, it is very realistic, and it would be difficult to imagine anything but a boulder having been there from the beginning. Nevertheless, I wanted to try something a little bit different, so here's our photo of a bee. I've tried this one many times and often get entirely different results, which I will demonstrate shortly. Once again, I'm going to apply my mask and we're going to sort of whiz through that process. Now, you're not necessarily going to sort of guess what this result's going to look like. I certainly didn't. And again, it just sort of illustrates how unpredictable GenErase can be. So here we go. We're going to click the erase button, do a bit of fast forwarding, and that's what we get. So GenErase has removed the bee and replaced it with a bird. Now, I bet you didn't see that coming. Now, one curious thing about GenErase is if we click on the undo button, we can restore our original mask and the original subject. And you might predict that if we do exactly the same inputs, as in use the same mask and click the erase button, that we'll get the same result, in which case another bee. However, another bird, but that is not the case. It actually works. So this illustrates that there was nothing ever wrong with my mask, and that with an identical mask, GenErase is capable of producing entirely different results.
So is GenErase AI worth it? Well, as you've seen from our bee example, it is capable of doing exactly what it's supposed to, and it produces a good result in doing so. However, GenErase has two major problems. The first is reliability. Sometimes it just will not work at all, and it's very difficult to anticipate when it will work and when it will not. It does feel like a matter of chance. The second problem with GenErase is that the results are entirely unpredictable even if they do work. For example, in one case, it traded a bee for a bird. And then to a lesser extent, on our fur seal example, it traded the fur seal for a rock. Now, perhaps I was expecting it would simply remove the fur seal and expose a replication of the background behind it. But it put a rock there instead, and that's not necessarily what I expected, nor what I hoped for. So in conclusion, GenErase shows us a very positive glimpse of the future, a future that it's not quite ready for. However, if you subscribe to my channel, I'll update this review when it's worth another look. If you'd like to try Luminar Neo for free, you can, and there's a link in the description below. But until then, my name's Richard from Silent Peak. enjoyed it. Bye-bye.